Jerry here. Thank you for tuning in. This is a historic date, September 27, 2025, when after 10 years of waivers from Obama, the Iranian government will have sanctions on them again. It means billions and billions of dollars for their assets, bank accounts frozen, or whatever Trump decides to do. Oh, would Trump ever do such a thing? I don't know. Would he ever pick on poor little old Iran? Iran is the biggest exporter of terrorism in the world, in world history. There's never been anybody that's more of a fomenter of terror. They are Terror Incorporated. So, can you say regime change? It's around the corner. Now, when you think of Iran, don't think of the citizens being a bunch of crazy little ayatollahs. They're not. They're Persians. They're not even Arabs. Most people don't know that. Americans don't know. I only knew it recently. Persians are an ancient people group like Cyrus the Great and other Persians. They were very friendly to God's people, to even Esther back in the Bible and so forth. They were not bad people. They're still not bad people. But the Ayatollah took over. The Mullah regime took over and ruined it for 94 million, largely Persian people. So count the days until the banking hours are open and Trump decides, gone. People, and don't, I mean, you could expect MSNBC, CNN, and all the liberal media screaming, you horrible person, Donald Trump. You went against Iran. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he will. And what's wrong with that? Making the world a safer place. Now, in Fordo, they had about 100, 110 foot deep bunkers, and the uranium enrichment was down there. The United States came with bunker buster bombs, blew it to smithereens. Now, in Natanz, there's some surveillance video that's showing that they're now possibly tunneling deeper. They might be going like 200 feet underground where they think they're safe from the bunker busting bombs. But let's not allow them like ants in an anthill. You ever step on an anthill, you think it's gone, the ants get together, they build another one, bigger one right next to it. So if you give them a couple of years, Iranians undoubtedly will find a way to make the nuclear bomb, enriching uranium again. So we can't allow that to happen. They're not a peaceful regime. It can't be like John Kerry say, well, why don't you let them get nuclear bombs and see if they'll use it for good purposes and peaceful purposes if they get nuclear power. They're not going to do it. That's not their nature. A tiger is not going to change its stripes, and neither are the mullahs of Iran. The Ayatollah is not going to change overnight. So watch it. Watch what Trump's about to do and be grateful. Now, one final note on this. From a personal perspective, I went to high school at Wheeling High School, where Charlie Kirk went to high school. I went to college at Harper College, where Charlie Kirk went to college. I was a student member to the Board of Trustees at Harper College 40 years after Charlie Kirk did. Now, he dropped out after one semester. I finished the 2-year program. It's an Associates of Arts program at Harper, not a full 4-year school. So I have to say that I think that God is doing something in heaven as a revival, as a worldwide revival, a moral revival, a Christian revival, Judeo-Christian revival that has happened at the time of the martyr Charlie Kirk's death, and it's going to continue until Jesus returns, or for the Jews, Messiah returning, or for the Muslims, the Mahdi. Sorry, it's a different entity. The Mahdi is not coming. We call that the Antichrist. If you want to call him Mahdi, you can call him Mahdi. We call him the Antichrist. All right, so we'll keep our eyes off the Antichrist and on to Jesus and wait for the revival to peak, and we have a return of our Savior, Messiah, when it'll be peace on earth throughout the land, just like the Garden of Eden every place. So watch what happens in Iran and free the Persian people, the new regime. They do not want nuclear arms. The NCRI is saying they want to return all the nuclear goods to the United States. They don't want to be a nuclear nation. They don't want to have a religious nation. They want it to be a republic like the United States of America. Freedom for Christians, for Jews, for Muslims, anybody who wants to practice their faith. Freedom, freedom, freedom. That does it. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Jerry. Watch.